So now I'm going to talk about why spirituality comes very important and very handy for a nation, especially Canada right now, which is doing well and it's doing fine, relatively speaking, to the other countries of the world. But the fact that we're doing fine, is that means like, okay, we're just gonna slack off and just enjoy our life? The answer is no. We have to do something about it. Spirituality comes as a preventive tool to protect the nation, especially from emotional distress within the nation. One of the things that happens a lot nowadays, we use the physical weapons to conquer, is we actually destroy the inside. So the inside means that we cause people from different ethnicities or from different mentalities to create anxiety between each other, and that anxiety sometimes grows to a point that becomes irreversible, and the nation can collapse because of that. So that's when spirituality comes very handy. That we should work. And spirituality, now I'm going to talk about it from a broad aspect without the mention of God. Spirituality is action of being with nature and doing meditative behaviors to keep soothing the mind and the heart in the right direction. So I want to give you a big an example. For example, let's say US. Right now you have George Floyd. Something happened to him which is really bad, and even though it kind of should be localized to him and the white cop and whoever was really involved so that we can take care of the situation, in reality the entire nation went into fire. And not only US, even Canada, there are even demonstrations everywhere. There's demonstrations just from one activity. What does that say really? That there's an emotional distress growing in that nation, and you just needed something to kind of fire it up so the entire nation goes on fire. And that's exactly what we need to kind of protect ourselves here now in Canada. We need to always neutralize these distresses, make sure that these distresses don't reach to a point that becomes out of control, and sometimes it can really destroy the country itself. So spirituality has an action of working on the subconscious mind. Spirituality is meant to work on the subconscious mind to keep neutralizing it, so that your analytical mind, the other part of the mind, always works in the most neutral way and always involves the people involved only, not everyone. We don't generalize it, we don't magnify it, we don't do any of that. The main purpose of spirituality: neutralize the subconscious mind, now allow the mind to look at the facts a proper way, and make sure that people are taken into justice in the proper way, and the nation itself stays in place. That's why I keep focusing on spirituality today, because it should be something that's built upon us when we're doing fine in a peaceful situation, and it's not really much use once we collapse. There's other countries in the world, in the Middle East. When I mention different countries, but I'll just avoid mentioning names. But right now they're in a collapsal situation. People ask me what to do. I can't do anything with spirituality right now. Spirituality should be built ahead of time so that we avoid and prevent these things to happen. If you keep do healthy things so that you don't get the disease. We don't want to wait for the disease so that we can get out of it. Okay, same thing with spirituality. I'm giving you a high perspective why spirituality is extremely important, especially in Canada. So hopefully it will always stay strong and moving forward.